Version 1.3 is almost here, and like most of you, I am really excited because not only are we getting a new map with the Black Shores, but we're also getting the Shorekeeper, the next 5-star Resonator in the game. I am so excited, in fact, that I actually calculated her buffs and her heals. So I'm gonna share that in this video. So let's roll that intro. Let's go! Hey, good evening everyone. Kamusta sa inyong lahat mga kapitbahay at mga kaibigan? Welcome to another video. And in this video, I will be talking about stuff that I found out after doing some calculations for the Shorekeeper, especially looking at her crit buffs and her heals. So join me as we take a deep dive into what I found out about the Shorekeeper's kit. And if you're a free-to-play player, I think you will be very pleased to learn the stuff that I found out. But before that, let me just clarify some stuff here. Many of the numbers that you are gonna see are based on assumptions because I really cannot predict how your rolls with artifacts are gonna be. So I took the liberty of putting in the most conservative amounts that I can think of in order to do this calculation or simulation, if you want to call it that way. I'll do my best to explain in detail the numbers that I will be showing in this video, and please feel free to pause the video just in case so that you won't miss the data. If if I'm moving too fast, just pause the video and look at the numbers. Also, I will try to avoid leaking any of the multipliers, the numbers that are from sourced from her kit based on leaks, because we want to cooperate with Kuru Games with regards to their anti-leak policy. But I will give you the numbers. I'll try my best to explain them, and bear with me as I try to do that. So, first off, you need 250% energy regen in order to get the maximum crit buff that she can provide. So this is going to be like our baseline. We will try to get to 250% energy regen as much as possible. More energy regen, the better. And if we can get it to 250%, that'll be great. That's perfect. However, do note that even if you put a lot of HP into this character, there are no overheal buffs that she can provide. So, she will basically just overheal the character, but no buffs will be obtained by her overhealing the active characters. And this is why it's better to have as many energy regen as you can, because there's no point giving her more healing, at least from my personal point of view on this. Next, there are two sonata sets that she can actually use. You could go with the Moonlit clouds or the Rejuvenating glow. Each one has its own advantages, with the Moonlit clouds giving you energy regen of 10%, plus the 5-piece will actually buff the damage of your next Resonator after she uses her outro skill. As for the Rejuvenating glow, you get the 10% healing bonus plus an attack percentage increase when she heals your Resonators. With the 4 cost Echo, you definitely want to go with the Bellborn Geochelone. It will give you a 50% damage reduction plus a 10% damage boost. As for weapons, I sampled 3 weapons here. Number 1, Variation R1. This weapon will give you concerto energy and is perfect for the 5-piece Moonlit Clouds passive effect. Also, this weapon's secondary stat is energy recharge. The second one is the Comet Flare at R1, which provides healing bonus that can stack up to 3 times. That is, it activates only upon dealing a heavy or a normal attack. The secondary stat for this weapon is HP percent. And lastly, we also sampled her best in slot weapon, the Stellar Symphony, whose secondary main stat is energy regen. Plus, it also provides an additional HP to the party. It also provides concerto energy as well as attack boosts. Now, let's go to the calculations. I've mixed and matched certain potential build scenarios of sonatas and weapons for the Shorekeeper in order to get, number one, the amount of crit buffs that we can receive from her, and the amount of heals that we can also get from the Shorekeeper. So let's start it off with the Moonlit Clouds 5-piece Sonata set. With weapon, the variation R1, the 4-cost Echo will be the Geochelone with healing bonus percent. The 3-cost will be 2 energy regen percent main stats. And the 1-cost times 2 again should have HP percent as a main stat and HP flat as their secondary. Note that we can actually get 250% energy regen from this combination. However, the caveat is we need to at least have 3 or 4 substat rolls for our echoes. Okay? At least 25%. I think that's good enough to get us over 250. Note, we can only get the maximum at this number, at this percentage, 250%. The final result here is that, okay, we got the if we got 250% energy regen, then we get 12.5% crit rate and 25% crit damage, which is the maximum. That's the cutoff. Now, for the heals, I did not include the intro heals here, by the way. So it's only the skill and the liberation. Skill heals, or the skill heal amount totals to 4370, while with the liberation heals, up to 16,283. Next, let's build the Shorekeeper with just HP, okay? All HP. So this one will use the 5-piece Rejuvenating Glow, Comet Flare R1 for the weapon. The 4-cost is again the Geochelone with HP percent. 3-cost, 2 Rejuvenating Glow Echoes with HP percent main stats. And then the 1-cost, 2 Rejuvenating Glow with HP percent main stats and HP flat secondary stats. Given how it is built, we can only get as far as 125 energy regen on this one. Granted, your echoes will roll into the energy regen substat. The good news is you get a lot more heals. However, the heals are not as high. Let's say if the Geochelone has a healing bonus main stat. So, crit rate for this one is at 6.25 only. Crit damage is at 12.5. The skill heal is at 5486, and the liberation heals will total to 20,868. So what if instead of HP percent, we will get a Geochelone, we'll put a Geochelone here with healing bonus percentage. Same weapon, same Sonata set, and then all the 3 and 1 cost all the same, okay? Crit rate and crit damage buffs are basically the same as the previous one, but we get more heals. Skill heal now is at 6146, while the liberation heals are at 23279. Okay, so that's like around 2000 more total heals from the liberation. Now let's look at the broken sets: two-piece rejuvenating glow and two-piece moonlit clouds. We will pair this set up with the variation R1 with 4 cost the Geochelone healing bonus percent, 3 cost of ER percent main stats and times 2, and then 1 cost HP percent main stats with HP flat secondary times 2. So we get a 12.5% crit rate as long as we get to 250. And that means we need some rolls for our energy regen substats. Now, crit rate 12.5, crit damage is 25%. The skill heal will be 4686, while liberation heals are at 17,459. The only drawback to this set is that you will not benefit from the 5-piece passive effect of the sonatas. Okay, so you won't get any damage or attack buff from this. Now let's move on to split combos. Okay, first up, 5-piece rejuvenating glow with the variation R1 weapon. 4 cost will be Echo Geochelone healing bonus percent, and then same as the others, times 2 for the 3 cost ER percent main stats, and the 1 cost times 2 HP percent main stat with HP flat secondary. The ER that I got from this is at 240%. So it's like 10% shy of the threshold that we're looking for. However, the hope, if you're gonna use this, you better hope that your echoes will roll off energy regen substats. Okay, hopefully all of them, but at least just enough to get you over the hump. The good news is, at 240%, the difference is very minimal. Honestly, it's like 0.5% for crit rate and just 1% for crit damage. So that means crit rate is at 12 and crit damage is at 24%. Heal wise, skill heal will be at 4686 and liberation heals will total to 17,459. Okay, so the situation here is a little iffy because we are lacking 10% energy regen. But when I look at this, I'm thinking, okay, that's not bad at all. The difference is very minimal, and the possibility of your 3 or 4 of your echoes will roll into energy regen by like 10% each. I think it's still doable. You could still get the full 12.5 and 25% for the crit buffs. So I think this one is actually maybe the best value among all of the sets that I've calculated. So yeah, this is worth some consideration. Next, let's try the 5-piece Moonlit Clouds with the Comet Flare R1. Same as always, Echo will have the Geochelone with healing bonus percent, 2-3 costs with ER percent main stats, and 2-1 cost with HP percent main stats and HP flat secondary. The energy regen that we got off of this, that I got off this, is 199 in total. Okay, that means crit rate will go to 9.95, crit damage at 19.9%. Now, healing from the skill is 4790, and liberation heals will total to 17,963. And finally, we have the 5-piece Rejuvenating Glow paired up with the R1 Stellar Symphony. We have the 4 cost the Geochelone with healing bonus percent, 3 cost times 2 ER percent main stats, 1 cost times 2 HP percent main stats, and HP secondary. Since this is her best in slot weapon, so obviously this is gonna be great on her. And already from the substat of her weapon, already we have 77% energy regen, making it easier to reach 250%. In fact, like the total here is at 251, so we actually went over 250. We also get some HP percent buff from this weapon, as well as attack buffs, right? However, we didn't receive any healing bonus buffs. So, with crit rate, we get 12.5%, crit damage 25%, the skill heal is at 4,864, and liberation heals at 18,171. So when you think about it, this weapon is not overpowered. I mean, it does have that attack percent bonus passive, but when you look at the healing, for example, like it's only ahead by around 200 heals from the broken set, for example, and that's the E skill, the resonance skill heal. Now with the liberation heal, it's ahead by only 800 or so heals from the broken set. Now another benefit that it provides is the fact that it's easier to get to 250% energy regen. We don't even have to rely too much on our echoes rolling into ER as a substat. But the real extra thing that you're gonna be paying for if you're gonna wish for this particular weapon, this her best in slot weapon, is the fact that you're gonna get that attack percent buff. Another issue probably that you should consider when pulling for the Shorekeeper, if you're gonna put the Geochelone as her main 4-star, okay, 4 cost echo, it's actually quite difficult to get healing bonus Geochelone, okay, especially if it's for the rejuvenating glow. There's a much higher probability that you'll get a healing bonus for the Moonlit clouds, but the rejuvenating glow is very rare. I've tried everything. I've done hundreds and hundreds probably of battles with the Geochelone, and my god, all I can get is like 3 healing bonus for Moonlit clouds and 1 healing bonus for rejuvenating glow. Mind you, that rejuvenating glow healing bonus is a 4-star. What do you call that? Like a purple rejuvenating glow healing bonus. And most of my gold and all of my gold healing bonus are Moonlit clouds. So let me just throw that out there. It is really difficult to get the rejuvenating glow healing bonus percent for the Geochelone. So anyway, that's the video. Hopefully this was very helpful, very eye-opening, very insightful. And I would love to hear what your plans are when you start building the Shorekeeper. What sets are you going to be using? What weapons you are going to be using? I actually have an idea now of what I'm going to put in her. And hopefully this video has helped you make that decision as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get this to at least like 500 subscribers. If we can get it to 1,000, mas maganda, even better, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell, bye-bye.